Come with me to UNESCO for a day to celebrate the International Day of Women and Girls in Science. Despite the rain, the atmosphere was buzzing from the moment I arrived. From researchers and policymakers to entrepreneurs, students, and interns from all over the world, everyone gathered with one shared mission: making STEM more inclusive. February 11 marked the International Day of Women and Girls in Science, and UNESCO, in collaboration with Femmes Numérique, hosted a major event titled From Vision to Impact: Redefining STEM by Closing the Gender Gap. It was a full day dedicated to women in STEM. Here is what happened and some of my thoughts. The event kicked off with powerful opening remarks from leaders who reminded us that closing the gender gap isn't just a goal, it's a collective responsibility. Not someday, but now. Throughout the event, I got to experience live translation through these headphones. The interpreters were translating, in my case, from French to English in real time with incredible speed and precision. You could also pick to listen, of course, different languages. It was such a cool reminder that inclusion isn't just about who speaks, it's also about who gets to understand. The first roundtable discussed health research, digital health, and biotech. When women lead in health tech, innovation becomes more human, more accurate, and more inclusive, because designing for everyone only works when everyone is at the table. The next talk discussed how do we build AI systems free from gender bias. The answer is we need diversity at every stage, from design to deployment, because biased teams create biased systems, while inclusive teams create better technology. The second roundtable shifted to cybersecurity. Security isn't just about tech, it's about people. If the teams protecting our digital world don't reflect the diversity of the people using it, trust breaks down. Women in cyber roles aren't a nice to have, they're essential for the future of digital trust. We also heard from women entrepreneurs breaking boundaries in science and innovation. This was yet another proof that when women lead, STEM doesn't just grow, it thrives. I'll talk about this more in a bit. The final roundtable focused on something we all play a role in. How do we educate, inspire, and support the next generation of girls in STEM? One quote that gave me goosebumps was, "When women rise in STEM, the world rises with them." And honestly, after sitting in that room all day, you could feel how true this is. Events like this are so important because women remain severely underrepresented in STEM. Here are some shocking numbers that were shared during the event. Women represent only about 1/3 of researchers worldwide. In AI, women's presence is around 30%. Women hold only about 24% of digital sector jobs. Meanwhile, women have always shaped STEM, even if history didn't always spotlight them. Take for example the following 5 pioneer women whose inventions we all use every day. Hedy Lamarr co-invented frequency hopping spread spectrum, which later became the foundation for today's Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS communication systems. Karen Spark Jones introduced the concept of inverse document frequency, which is a core concept behind modern search engines, from Google search to your email spam filter. That little blue dot on your map? You can thank Gladys West, who developed the mathematical models of the Earth that became the backbone of GPS. Sophie Wilson designed the instruction set for the ARM processor. ARM chips are now used in 99% of smartphones, and they are the reason why our devices are fast, portable, and have long battery lives. And of course, I have to mention Ada Lovelace, who wrote what is widely considered the first computer algorithm in history. Today, every piece of software sits on the foundations she laid. This event in UNESCO reminded me that progress doesn't happen by accident. It happens when we lift each other up. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look, make sure to like and subscribe. And tell me in the comments which woman in STEM inspires you the most. See you in the next one. Bye!